Welcome back to the Kosi Arsenal channel. My name is Kosi. Welcome back to a brand new video. And welcome back from the weekend. Arsenal drawing 2-2 to Liverpool and putting our second place in jeopardy. However, this morning I have some very good news for you around the Arsenal transfer situation. Arteta is moving mad. First and foremost, we're going to be talking about the deal on Joan Garcia. Arsenal are hopeful they have done enough to sign Joan Garcia. According to the Telegraph, a deal is closed for Arsenal to sign Joan Garcia from Espanyol. About 22 million euros is what Arsenal will be paying for this deal, and there is a lot for us to discuss right about there. We are also talking about Dean Henderson, as Arsenal are hoping to beat Liverpool and Chelsea on the signing of Dean Henderson, £50 million. According to the Athletic, Arsenal are the third team in this race, as Chelsea and Liverpool are very much interested in the player and they're well advanced ahead of us. So we'll be talking about Dean Henderson as well. We have an update on Alexander Isak, and it comes in from Team News and Ticks, and it says that the Alexander Isak deal is not completely unsolvable in this summer. However, for the case of Arsenal, they need to give up on other areas. They need to compromise on other areas in order to sign Alexander Isak. So, for example, if Arsenal are going to sign Alexander Isak and Martin Zubimendi, that could be the end of us this summer. And this summer, he says that Arsenal are really focusing on using resources very well and allocating resources in the right places. So that tells you everything you need to know about Alexander Isak still. We'll talk about Benjamin Sesko. It's been revealed that Arsenal's data team, Arsenal's technical data team, in terms of scouting transfers using data, they rate the player highly and they're putting him among the world-class strikers that are going to be in the next 3 years. So should Arsenal look at the data team and listen to the data team and Sesko over Victor Gyökeres? We'll be talking about all that as well. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as well. I hope you didn't have a bad weekend because Arsenal didn't win. Went to the Anfield. I hoped that Arsenal would beat Liverpool, and the reason for that is I looked at Chelsea, they beat Liverpool, and I'm like, Liverpool don't have anything they want this season, and Arsenal want to consolidate second, and I thought we would win, but the performance was kind of a mixed one. Arsenal going 2-0 down, and then for us to come back 2-2, and then we get a red card with Mikel Merino shortly after scoring, gets that red card, and Liverpool pounced on the opportunity. They really tried, but we were served by VAR and it ended 2-2. The one thing that we can pick from that performance is that Arsenal need players, Arsenal need options. You cannot believe that we are at the Anfield trying to win a game, and in the 75th minute, in the 80th minute, the manager is calling on to defenders to actually come on. He's looking at Ricardo Calafiori as an option. He's looking at Alexander Zinchenko as the options he actually has. Kieran Tierney, those are the players that have to come on. Now, I'm not saying they're bad players. I'm not saying these are bad options. If you're trying to win a game and you're trying to consolidate your defense, Kieran Tierney is a great option. Ricardo Calafiori is a great option. Bloody hell, if you want to control the midfield, Alexander Zinchenko would be a very good option. But you're trying to find a goal. You're trying to look out for a goal. You're trying to score goals. And Ricardo Calafiori is your option, and Kieran Tierney is your option, and Alexander Zinchenko is your option. That team needs options, and this summer is a summer where Arsenal have got the chance because we've got a very good structure of a team. We've got a very good foundation. The skeleton of this team is absolutely resolute. So let's go out there and find the body parts. Let's go and add legs to this team. Let's go and add a beautiful stomach, a beautiful chest, beautiful eyes to this team. And I think that's what Arsenal are trying to do, because the first story today comes in from the Telegraph, and they're saying that Arsenal are very close to signing Joan Garcia this summer to be the second choice goalkeeper at Arsenal. The player has no problem with his role that is going to be playing at Arsenal, with the likes of Manchester United and Madrid all interested, but they've been informed of the player's decision. He wants to come in at Arsenal. Now, the Telegraph are such a very remarkable source, if you want to believe them. They're very, very good. And I think even if they were not a remarkable source, for Arteta, these are deals that he has found in the pipeline. He's just taking them. He's just finishing them over. For example, the Martin Zubimendi deal, he came in. I mean, bloody hell, someone said that Arsenal had done the Martin Zubimendi deal right from last summer. I can't remember. I can't remember the outlet that the deal was done last summer. This deal for Martin Zubimendi was done last summer. So Andre Bata's come in, and all he's doing is trying to, tick the boxes where, you have to tick them. Get the Martin Zubimendi deal over the line, and the likes of Joan Garcia as well. This one should be an easy deal for someone like Andre Bata. Arsenal want the player since last summer. We've talked to the player, we've talked to Espanyol. In the last days of the transfer window, when we lost Aaron Ramsdale, Arsenal went on to try and get this deal done. But the reason as to why we couldn't get it done was Espanyol looked at us and our situation, and they're like, you've lost Aaron Ramsdale, right? You were desperate. You need someone. You're really desperate. So why don't you give us 30 million euros and then you can take Joan Garcia? And Arsenal said, no, we are not giving you 30 million euros. We are going to wait for another season. We shall wait until the summer, and then we shall try this one again. But the player is 100% committed to this Arsenal project. He's 100% willing to join Arsenal. There are no problems there on the player's side. If Arsenal can meet his release clause of about 22 million, then the deal is 100% easy to do. However, Andre Bata is not sold onto this idea of signing a goalkeeper for 22 million this summer. And this is the difference between Andre Bata and Edu, right? Edu Gaspar. So according to Team News and Ticks, he says that Andre Bata is not against the idea and the profile of Joan Garcia. He loves the player. He's a good player, a good fit for Mikel Arteta, and a good fit for the team. The problem Andre Bata has with Joan Garcia is that he wants to allocate those funds somewhere else. He wants to give this money to an area of priority. He's saying, why would we have a first choice goalkeeper that costs 27 million and our second choice goalkeeper is costing 22 million? And the answer for that comes in from the Ghana blog, because the Ghana blog, James McNicholas, told us that Mikel Arteta, is it James McNicholas who say this? I hope he's the one. But he said that Mikel Arteta is a manager that cares much and cares a lot about the psychological elements of the game. He cares about competition and players pushing each other. That is competition. So he wants players to push each other every single day, day in, day out. And he wants a top-class second choice goalkeeper and a top-class first choice goalkeeper. And if you look at Mikel, there is a reason as to why Arsenal have signed a new goalkeeper every single summer. And most of us have been asking this question. Why? Why are we sending another goalkeeper? Why are we sending another goalkeeper? The reason is Mikel is looking to build a goalkeeper partnership that is kind of savage to each other, but also harmonious at the same time. So if you remember Martinez and Ramsdale, that was close, but both of them didn't have the key elements that Mikel wanted in a goalkeeper. And of course, both of them couldn't live together harmoniously. One of them had to leave. You remember Martinez and Ban Leno as well. It wasn't Martinez and Ramsdale. It was Ban Leno and Ramsdale, and then it was Leno and Ramsdale, and then Leno and Martinez, right? They failed to live together. So ever since then, Arsenal have tried to get a good goalkeeper to be our second choice goalkeeper. Alexander Runarsson was identified by the goalkeeping department. The goalkeeping coach at the time had worked with him. He turned out to be a disaster. And then we moved over to, who is this guy we got from America? He's now at Crystal Palace. We sold him to Nottingham Forest. Matana. We moved on to Matana. Again, that did prove out to be very, very nice. So it looks like Arsenal under Mikel Arteta really care about the quality of the second choice goalkeeper. And Eric Garcia, if nothing changes, he's going to be our second choice goalkeeper for 22 million. A deal is closed. However, Arsenal are not stopping there. We are still moving mad in this market. And the other deal that Arsenal want to do is a Premier League deal. How many Premier League deals do Arsenal hope to complete this summer? About 2 or 3. I think we shall get a player from the Premier League. This is my prediction. Arsenal will do a Premier League signing this summer. And my gut feeling tells me it might be a left back or it might be a centre back. So let's talk about centre backs. Arsenal hope to sign Dean Hewson. And to do that, we've got to beat Chelsea and we've got to beat Liverpool. Liverpool and Chelsea, according to very, very strong sources, are ahead of Arsenal on this deal. But Arsenal are not giving up. They want to try and get Dean Houston done this summer. He's a young centre back, 19 years of age. He's one of those players that are going to be easy to sign. £50 million is his release clause, and that release clause can be paid across 3 installments. This is a deal Liverpool are going to be jumping over. Like, I know who Liverpool are. I know how good Liverpool are in terms of doing business. But I also know, and I also trust my team these days when it comes to doing good business. I know, listen, the few people who tell me in the comment section, well, Arsenal never signed players. I'm like, bloody hell, can you shut the hell up? Have you looked at our team? Have you looked at our team in the last 5 years? Have you looked at this team? Have you looked at Declan Rice? Have you looked at Martin Odegaard? Have you seen Thomas Partey? Have you seen Declan Rice? Sorry, Julian Timber, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko. This team does sign players. Maybe we are frustrated because there is a lack of success, but I do trust my team. And when they point on a player these days, you are rest assured we're going to give it a good try. So Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool battling out for Dean Hewson. I am scared on this one because Chelsea and Liverpool are quite advanced and they're in the driving seat for this deal. Arsenal are in talks with the players' camp and we still hope to sign him. But the problem on this deal is that if you think about Chelsea, Dean Hewson is going to be a starter at Chelsea. They've got Levy Colwill, Disasi, Fofana. I think they need a good centre back. And I think if Chelsea talked to Dean Hewson and they gave him the plan, he would join them. The advantage Arsenal have over Chelsea is that Chelsea do not have the UEFA Champions League right about now. But you never know. By the time we get to the end of the campaign, 2 games later, maybe Chelsea are in 5th. Maybe Chelsea are in 4th and they're signing Dean Hewson and they are already in the Champions League. With Liverpool are just like Arsenal, but Liverpool have got kind of a cameo, and this is it. So with Liverpool, they can tell Dean Hewson, you're not going to play every single game next season, and that is because we've got Konate and we've got Virgil van Dijk. But you are going to replace Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk is here for maybe 2 more years, longest 3 more years, and you're going to be the main centre back after Virgil van Dijk. With Arsenal, because we've got Saliba, who is kind of a behemoth of his centre back, and you've got a giant in Gabriel. This I think he's not going to want to come in and be a backup unless Mikel is saying, I want you to come in, you're going to get enough minutes, the way City rotate their centre backs. Akanji, John Stones, Nathan Ake, Ruben Diaz, the way they rotate them, that is how I'm going to rotate you guys. If that is the case, then Arsenal have a chance on this deal. According to Team News and Takes, Alexander Isak is not 100% unsignable this season, this summer. Arsenal know, and internally they feel that there is a chance to sign him this summer, especially if Newcastle don't get the UEFA Champions League. However, he has made it very clear that for Arsenal to sign Alexander Isak, they have to compromise in some areas. They have to give up on some areas. And my response when I saw that tweet, I was like, no, thank you. Thank you, but no. I mean, if it's going to cost £125 million, that is 70 million for Victor Gyökeres, 50 million for Martin Zubimendi, and that is 120. Why would I give up on the chance to sign Zubimendi, next generation DM, and Victor Gyökeres, proven goal scorer, in order to sign just one guy that is going to cost 125 million? And if we signed Gyökeres and if we signed Zubimendi, does that allow us to go and do a Nico Williams deal? Yes. Does that allow us to go and do a Joan Garcia deal? Yes. Does that allow us to go and sign a left back? Yes, it does. So for me, no thank you. I love Alexander Isak, but if he's going to need us to compromise, no thank you. The data team at Arsenal view Benjamin Sesko as the next big centre forward in the next 3 years. And that is why Arsenal have done a lot of groundwork on this deal in recent history. They think that Benjamin Sesko is going to be a big deal. However, Andre Bata is a big fan of Victor Gyökeres, and Arsenal are pursuing the Victor Gyökeres deal till the end, as sources are revealing. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as well, and of course, I'll keep you posted with everything happening around the club.